journey going forward.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Moving on, since the inception of ONDC on December 2021, it has grown leaps and bounds. The network has seen close to 12 million transactions per month, and all of this in less than 18 months. Speaking at the sideline of the Global FinTech Fest, T Koshy, the MD and CEO of ONDC, told Shilpa Ranipeta that in August alone, the transaction is expected to reach 12.5 million. Here's a slice of that conversation.
Mr. Koshy, thank you so much for speaking to CNBC TV. Always a pleasure. You know, before we get into some of the specifics, I want to first start off by asking you currently, with the kind of transactions that are happening through the ONDC network, can you give us a sense of what are the kind of transactions that are happening, a number to it, and what categories are currently leading with the highest share?
As you know that ONDC established in 2021 in December. And during 22, we are setting up the whole rails.
Yeah.
And 23 January, we started making the transactions available through few pin codes in Bangalore.
Correct.
And that's when, in that month, we had some 500 merchants collectively doing about 1,200 transactions the whole month. It's like piddly, just POC. From there, this month, I'll reach about 12.5 million transactions. 12.5 million transactions, from 1,200 to 12.5 million in, let's say, 18 months. And in the last month, probably would have heard that we also launched financial products. So what we just started, earlier started was grocery, food, and mobility. And all of them has picked up really well in the last 1.5 years.
Right.
So of the total transaction, about 35% is, 35% is mobility, which includes, we started with Bangalore, now it is there in 10 cities. We started with auto, now there are some cities auto, some cities cab, some cities both, and also metro. And then bus launched recently in one city. So we are seeing gradual build up, because anything of this, it will not happen overnight. It's not an abracadabra moment. Similarly, food is leading. After mobility, it's food, then it's grocery, then it's fashion, and then all this beauty, personal care all together. So mobility 35%, remaining, of the remaining 60% will come from these three early ones, and the remaining are happening.
Right.
Very interesting thing that is there is also we made a, finance just started only very small. And is that recently we launched something, logistics as a service.
Credit is the latest product that is going to be available through the network. Can you quickly tell us the 6-minute paper loan, how that is going to work through the network?
So what does the network help? Network has, it's not a platform, it's a network.
Yeah, it's a network.
So forget credit, so there are some applications which interact with the consumers. When it comes to credit, consumers are borrowers. And these entities will let the consumer or the borrower come and express their wish and their credential into this application. And that gets broadcast to a whole host of loan providers. Normally the consumer will, if I want to take a loan, I'll come to you, I'll come to her, I'll come to him. Multiple service providers, individually, it's all time consuming. Each of you may have a different requirement of KYC, different requirement of paper and all of them. But here I'm saying that these are all very standardized. It gets broadcast. Each of them will be able to pull down the relevant information from account aggregator and CBIL, etc. with my consent, which is the requirement of the law, all digitally. And suck in and process based on their model, which is model of credit worthiness evaluation, and we'll say okay, it's available. So the beauty is I can go to the most comfortable application to express my need for a loan. It gets broadcast without me going 10 places. Get broadcast to 10 places, and tomorrow it might be even more. I get 10 offers or 5 offers. I choose. Everything happened digitally.
Correct.
That's why it happens in 6 minutes time.
Correct.
And probably in future there are certain kind of loan, there might be more documentation required.
Correct.
But what we trying to do is to make this interfaces and communication using standard protocol and using standard digital rail.
Amazon Pay